look around, what do you see? Your timing is off. There's no future here. The love you fight through the pain, never wrong. Your purpose is clear, but your destiny ends here.
Your face misplaced. Turn around, walk away. This moment is mine and forever mine. Your heart, my heart, bleed as one for the love
Yes, please. Yes, it is indeed. Welcome to the live stream. It is a pleasure to be here to continue with the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Welcome, everybody. It is a pleasure to see you all. I hope you're ready for some more puzzles and some more mysteries, of course. So, let's proceed, shall we? But first, I want to ask you all how you are. How is everybody been doing so far in this week? My week has been a little bit on the chaotic side of things, but hey, I am glad to see you all. Allow me to get some things sorted out for just a second. There we go. Okay, that should work. Now for an impressive reappearing act. Bam! There we go. Much better. There we go. Oh, I'm currently weathering the hurricane. Please stay safe, my friend. We don't want anything to happen to you, so please stay safe, everybody who is currently going through the very, very intense storms and hurricanes that have been happening lately. Hopefully everyone stays safe. I think it's moved further north. We're safe-ish here. Okay, that is a huge relief to hear. But still, you know, we're getting hit by the waves. Okay, if the worst of it has already passed, well, that's a relief. But still, just to be safe, you know, better safe than sorry, as they say. I need to eat, so I'm doing that now. What are you having? Tell us. Got some cleaning taken care of at the old apartment. Hope that's going well as well. Welcome to the stream goes in as well. But yeah, welcome everybody. I hope everyone's doing well today. For today, we continue with the mystery at hand that the professor and the attorney will have to solve. So let's get ready for some more puzzles and some more mysteries, and hopefully we will not see another woman get burned alive once again, for that was much hard to see, to say the least. But anyway, shall we continue? Let's do exactly that. In the last episode, in case you missed it, practically the team separated, with Phoenix and Maya going their own way to visit Espella, and the ship Layton and Wright. Maybe it is totally possible. I've seen stranger ships, honestly, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, especially when they pull the double pointing. Doesn't Layton have a wife? No, he used to have a girlfriend, and they did have plans to like live together. If you want more information on that, I would suggest playing Professor Layton and the Unknown Future. Not my favorite, but probably has one of the best stories, and I will not spoil that for you. So, for more information on Layton's potential wife, play Professor Layton and the Unknown Future. But without further ado, let's continue with this one. The professor and I have been summoned personally to the storyteller's audience room. I was about to say, I think there's some timey-wimey bullshit involving that one other game. There is. There definitely is, but again, play it, you will not regret it. But I would suggest playing them in order. I personally played them in order, starting from Curious Village, Pandora's Box, Unknown Future, Last Spectre, Miracle Mask, and finally Astra and Legacy. And now I'm playing this one as a small extra appetizer in a way, a non-canon appetizer, I guess. Honestly, what happened to her was the most tragic thing ever, all because of yeah, that is a character that again, no spoilers, but it's probably the most depressing Professor Layton story. I wouldn't even say bittersweet, it's just a downer of an ending. But anyway, we're not here to talk spoilers on Unknown Future or Lost Future, depending on what version you're playing, because yeah, we're here to play Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright here. I couldn't believe the creator of Labyrinthia knows the professor. I'm sure it's a trap. Be on your guard, Professor. So here we go. As you can see, We find ourselves on the gates, and we are on the verge of coming across the gentleman that created this whole thing. Yeah, that's why I didn't say it out loud. So no, I'm not saying that. So Kosa refrain from just saying something like that, pretty please. But anyway, wow! No matter where I look, there are knights everywhere. I will say, I still find it a little bit jarring how characters look in this game in a way, because you have the more anime style of yeah, I've noticed, and I am honestly not a fan of it. How liberally some people decided that word is apparently okay to use for some reason, but I am personally not cool with it. But anyway, no matter where you look, there are knights everywhere. Yes, indeed, the knights have their guard post on their side of the gate. Given the grandness of the scale, I imagine they are living here too. But I wonder exactly where around here we're supposed to meet the storyteller. I think it's all the elementary schoolers turning into middle schoolers. I'm thinking it's cool now, I guess. I grew up with it, but it's just just need time. Anyways, anime style versus cartoony. That is the thing. That is the thing. I saw some concept art that showed Layton and Luke in more Phoenix Wright type style, and vice versa, Maya and Phoenix in a more Layton style. And I honestly, I would much prefer the unified art style, or go for one or the other instead of this mishmash, honestly. What's your favorite chicken? I honestly can't tell. I honestly am a fan of chicken in most of its forms. Although I would much prefer a salad, personally. With a name as grand as Audience Room, you'd think it would be easy to notice. Look, can't you see the long flight of stairs over there? I think we should go and take a look. A flight of stairs? Oh, I see it. That one over there. If it was a perspective piece, you'd be interested if you saw one art style in latest perspective and another in right. So we were talking about that before. In a perfect world, we would have both. Honestly. Like, Layton's parts will have all in Layton style, and Phoenix's parts will be all in Phoenix Wright style. But that's not what they did. And the result is a game that 9 times out of 10 looks like a mod made by a fan. To be perfectly honest. I'm starting to get used to it, honestly. But it's definitely one of the game's weakest points. There's also a building over there. Looks rather stately. Do you think that's where the audience room is? Indeed, my boy. However, there seems to be something going on over there. And from the looks of things, I don't think we'll be able to just ignore it and just stroll right by. At any rate, let's go and take a look. If I was a betting lady, I would say this calls for a puzzle, but I'm not a betting lady, and this is guaranteed to be a puzzle. That's 84 hint coins. Enthusiastic shouts and clinking metal can be heard from the other side. A training session? Oh. That's 85 hint coins. Also, for those who are just joining us now in the streaming series that is Professor Layton, in our, let's say Professor Layton Marathon, I am right now in a streak of completing all of the games, all of their puzzles, and not using a single hint coin. Which is quite an achievement, if I do say so myself, for I am not one to toot my own horn, but I am quite proud of it, I'll say. Hint coin. Okay. Let's talk to this gentleman right here. God, I hate puzzle games, please, puzzle games. I feel this struggle. Have you played any Professor Layton games, Blaze? Out of pure curiosity. I personally, I have not. Well, I extremely recommend them. This is no good. I've been 3 days and 3 nights, but still I don't get it. What is that you don't understand? Well, don't fret at me like that. How long have you been there? I've been here for quite some time now. Well, I suppose I can tell you. See, I've been doing my mind training. Us knights must train, not just physically, but mentally too. Training of the mind? How delightful. As a gentleman, I always endeavor to keep my thinking flexible too. You come and it suits a confidence, and if you're so self-assured, why not try solving this puzzle? This is a chess puzzle based on the brave fight between knights. The trouble is, no matter how hard I tried, I can't defeat the Black Knight. Okay. Okay, puzzle 34, chess skirmish. 2 opposing sets of knight chess pieces are engaged in battle. In order to win, your chess piece must topple the enemy's piece. Chess knights move 2 squares forward and 1 square perpendicular on each turn. The initial direction can be up, down, left, or right. Be careful, the board is filled with pits and spaces that will move your piece in the direction shown. Where are their horses? That's actually a good question. That's actually a really good... Nanaki, welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you? Really? Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. It is always a delight to see you here. You arrived just in time to solve this puzzle with us, so let's put our minds to the test and solve this puzzle. Be careful, the board is filled with pits and spaces that will move your pieces in the direction shown. Just bunkering down before the storm. Please stay safe, my friend. Allow everyone in chat to send you supportive panda hearts. I will request of chat to do the same. Everybody send your panda hearts to our wolfy friend here. If it's that emoji is available to you, of course. If not, a normal heart should suffice. The red color spaces are areas to which you can move your knight. Touch the desired space on the touchscreen in order to move your knight there. Jumping onto the opposing Black Knight piece will remove it from the board. Defeat all of the Black Knight's pieces on the board. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's see here. Is this a DS game? Is that where there are 2 screens? That is correct. This is a 3DS game more specifically. Curious Village, Pandora's Box, On One Future, and Last Spectre. Yeah, it's right there above. It's up there. Up there. And the other one is beside me, as you can see. I can move out of the way if that's desired, but that would leave all of this empty space here. So I would rather position myself around here, so you can see both chat and both screens. I can crouch a little if that's more convenient for you. This is why 3DS games don't get streamed much. It is a little bit of a hassle to get the layout working with games like this. Yeah. I guess I'll shrink myself a little. Hopefully my quite sizable ears don't cover much of the screen. Hopefully that's not a problem. Okay. Okay, let's see. So, withstand giant ears. They are quite big and quite fluffy and bouncy, as you can see. The panda is too big. That's a new one. Oh my god. I mean, I do get good comments every single time I showcase one of these new outfits about how my torso to leg ratio is insane, to put it lightly, and it is. But This is how I look like, and I'm comfortable with it. Yeah, I do have long boots. Have I not showcased this outfit? I should. Let me give you a closer look. There we go. Something Halloweeny for the season, obviously. And do not worry, for this is not actually blood, I think. I just never like realized how big the boots were. Of course they are. Nothing like some nice vampiric goth boots for the vampire costume. It's a blood of grapes, you monster. That sounds like you're telling me to do the Castlevania speech. But I already did it once. So I don't see the need to do it again. So, as for the puzzle that's in front of us at the moment, we need to move the knights right here. Grape surgery. Well, I do enjoy fruits of all kinds. Let's try moving here. Now. That one right there is gonna move us downward, I think. Yeah, just doing a little bit of a test run here to see how we can move here. Also, I do enjoy that, like, whenever you move something in the bottom screen, it shows in the top screen as well. I am not the greatest chess player, personally, but if, Can we just here? Okay. That should put us closer to the objective here. Oh, I get it. We just move out here, the platform is gonna move us down there, and that's a easy shot towards the enemy knight there. Bingo.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Marvelous.
Indeed, an intriguing puzzle.
Perfect. And look at that little chess piece dancing in place. He's so happy that he just murdered. Whoa! You beat the Black Knight! If I can just remember how you did that. Alright. Now if I can beat him, he can keep guard of his area next week instead of me. Keep guard instead of you? Purely for mind training, believe me. Sounds a little fishy to me. Okay. With that in mind, is there anything else to explore around here? That is something that I will say. Some people do mention that the original Professor Layton games on the Nintendo DS have had, of course, 2D sprites and 2D graphics, especially the paintings and illustrations for things like the backgrounds. And when they moved on to the 3DS, they swapped the more hand-painted backgrounds for 3D ones, which some people consider a downgrade. I'll say that at the beginning I was also pretty mixed on it, but the new backgrounds in the 3DS games just feel so much more lively. There's so much movement and color in them, especially I'll say in Miracle Mask, which to this day might be one of my favorite Professor Layton games on aesthetic alone. It's just wonderful. But anyway, what is this? Oh, a hidden puzzle. Professor, I think there are mice hiding up there. Take a closer look. You may notice that there are not only mice hiding there. Huh? I see what you mean, Professor. There's a hidden puzzle there too. Just leave it to me, Professor. I can handle a puzzle like this, no problem. This puzzle might prove to be a little tricky. Take a deep breath and do your best. If you think it's too much for you right now, you can always select quit and come back to it later. Right you are, Professor. I don't think that's gonna be necessary. Okay. Mouse Mayhem. It seems some mice have taken up residence in the house. They are particularly fond of the delicious cheese kept there. Tilt the table left, right, up and down to send the mice sliding across the surface. Slide each of the 4 mice so they end up in the traps. Make sure they do not touch the cheese. can't we just share the cheese? Instead of sliding mice directly to traps? The poor little creatures. No, the mice will not stop unless they hit an obstacle. Okay. It sounds like Capri's propaganda to me. War. Okay. Let's do a little bit of a test run here. I'm gonna click right here. Okay, that already puts one mice in one of the traps, but it also puts one of the mice also in one of the cheese. So let's see. Let's restart here. Okay. Straight to the right, and if I move down, one of the rat on the very top middle is gonna get into one of the cheeses. So let's see. What if we could do up? That already puts one of the mice close to one of the traps. Actually, two of them. What happens if we do this? Good. Now we do the other one on the other side. The one in the middle there, the two in the middle there are gonna prove to be a little bit tricky. Maybe if we move the table down there? Okay, that actually may work. As for the last one... Let's see. Rat bondage. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. There, and there.
See what you think of this.
Marvelous.
Will you let me do the next one too?
Easy enough. As described, rat bondage completed. Excellent. Consider this cheesy battle over and done. Nasser would be proud. Anyway, that should be it for puzzles in this area. Can we move somewhere else here? I guess we should talk to the gentleman over there. Oh, yet another puzzle. Okay, how many times do I have to tell you? I ain't this suspicious guy you're after. Said the most suspicious looking individual in the room. And you expect us to believe you just because you say so, huh? You can save us all the time and trouble here. Just admit your guilt and be done with it. You gotta be kidding me. This is a false accusation. Come on, why would you listen to me? I admit my face might look a little scary, sure, but I'm telling you straight. My pals are always saying there's no one with a purer heart and good old Cutter. Oh, spare me. We're getting nowhere here. Hey, Knights! Yes, sir? Put this miserable wench into solitary confinement. Wow. I thought you say my balls instead of balls. Hey. Who knows? Who knows what his who he refers to when he says balls, you know? I'm gonna headcanon that he said balls, honestly. You would, Max. Yes, sir, Captain. Also, it's interesting to see that even in the past, medieval magic times, law enforcement, it's still awful. Oh, hey, what are you doing? I'm innocent, I tell you. Cav, always. You seem to have your hands full here. May I ask what happened? Also, welcome to the stream show. It is a pleasure to see you here. Hey, if it isn't you two! Do you mean to tell me you were the ones that the storyteller has summoned? That's us, alright. So, you can't go chasing us around the way you did before. Ugh, rats. By the way, Captain, what has that man been accused of? What has he done? He is guilty of carrying out a heinous crime of assault and theft. How many times do I have to say it? It weren't me. It's a false accusation. I'm totally innocent. Solids. Who else could have done it? Could you tell me a little bit more about this? Well, I had a feeling you want to know. You seem to like poking your nose into other people's business. A series of thefts have been occurring in this town, and at the same time, a suspicious figure has been sighted. The rats escaped. They seem very happy to have it escaped bondage hell, I guess. But I only see one rat that escaped, so the other three must be either still struggling to escape or enjoying it. Something true gentleman, dumbass. And now show. A true gentleman would never call someone else a dumbass. Now I ask you, does this one does not look suspicious to you? It's gotta be him. You got it all wrong. I heard there was a thief in the area. That's why I teamed up with the townsfolk to keep a lookout for the blighter. And that ain't all. I even found a way to make sure that every dang corner of the town was being watched. We placed ourselves in positions where we didn't obstruct one another's line of sight. I don't know, I've watched Pride and Prejudice. A true gentleman would absolutely call someone a dumbass. It depends on what type of gentleman we're talking about. For Layton, would absolutely never. Catch my drift? This suspicious figure you guys mentioned, there ain't no way it was me. So you're saying that you watch every part of the town while at the same time avoiding overlapping each other's search? That's impossible. You committed the crimes and are lying to cover yourself. I wonder if you're perhaps mistaken. It might just be true. For example, if they position themselves like this. Oh, that's gonna be the puzzle? Okay. Interesting. So the puzzle is positioning the townsfolk in a way so we can prove this medieval cop wrong. I am more than proud to do so. There are reports of a thief lurking around the town center. The townsfolk are in charge of guard duty. There are two conditions to their stakeout. They have a perfect view of all of the streets. Their view range never overlaps. With that in mind, do you think you can place the townsfolk in the correct spots? Gladly. Okay, you can move the characters there. And if this... Okay, let's do this. Let's give this a test run. As you can see, if we put like multiple characters here, the range of their view extends and certain characters have a better view than others. But if there are like red spaces in the way, that means they're overlapping and we do not want that. So, to solve this puzzle, it seems that the kids with the green hats are the ones that have the lowest range. Mr. Cutter here is the one with the biggest range. And the lady here has a medium-sized range. So... Let's see. Definitely we want Cutter to be the one with the biggest range here. Covering the most space. So I would put him either here. Although that leaves up those two spaces, which is problematic to say the least. So maybe somewhere around here would be preferable. As for the other ones... Let's try... Everyone looking around like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction? A little bit. Okay, that looks good actually. There's already... the ones that are grayed out, as you can see in the top screen, cannot be moved. But maybe we can combo those in a way. Like this. And I think that's like the perfect spot to put one of the ladies there. Yes. As for the other ones, let's try... You may be like tempted to put them in the corners, but when you see like the space expands in all directions, the strategy should be to put them in strategic places like this, for example, where they can extend as much as possible and not overlap each other. Something like this, see? Okay, as for the other ones, for the kids, I feel like it should be maybe there and there. Are we
Allow me
done?
to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Marvelous.
Come what may, puzzles are there to be solved.
Good job. Simple enough. I would never have guessed such a solution could exist. Marvelous indeed, my friend. So you believe me now? I was telling the truth. The real culprit must still be on the loose, going around stealing stuff in broad daylight. Man, it looks like we have no choice. Letting go. We better head back to the crime scene and go over it again with a fine-tooth comb. Yes, Captain. Well, I'm glad we were able to sort out this misunderstanding. I don't know who you two are, but you're a bit too sharp to be some regular townsfolk. Bro was about to be put into solitary confinement just because the officers here could not solve a little puzzle. Not at all. We're nothing so special. Just a couple of regular English gentlemen. English, eh? So what is that, your title? Well, whatever it may be, it's not normal to be summoned directly by the storyteller himself. It would appear you are indeed something special. The storyteller is in the audience room. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. As for the audience room, it's in the building at the top of the stairs. The building up there, just as we thought. Thank you. Just mind your manners when in the presence of the storyteller, you hear me? If I hear any sign of trouble, you'll regret it. We'll be on our best behavior. So please keep your hands off your sword, you're scaring me. It just goes to show how highly the knights regard the storyteller. Now then, let's move on, Luke. Right, let's go, Professor. And without further ado, I do believe we have another objective ahead of us. But before we do that, allow me to save. For losing our progress is not a type of party that I'm a fan of. So, save it now, or risk doing it again. Oh, there's a hidden puzzle in this area. I appreciate that this game tells you whenever you move on to a new area where the hidden puzzles are. For in the previous Professor Layton games, you just kind of had to guess and find them yourself. You would never be sure if like an area had a hidden puzzle or not. You just had to like interact with things and find them. Which is a quality of life change that I really appreciate. It makes me wonder if this came out before Azran Legacy or Miracle Mask. Because those games don't have that, as if I remember correctly. But yeah. The storyteller should be in here, right? I'm starting to feel a little nervous. This area is totally deserted. All I can hear is the wind. It looks as if not even the knights are allowed to come up here. He really is treated almost like a god. I wonder what someone like that wants to talk to us about. I guess we'll find out, Luke. I guess we'll find out. First, oh. Hint coin. That makes 87. Oh, wait. You see, when the little magnifying glass is like this, that's normal. But if there's a sparkle around it, as you can see, that means there's a hint coin in there. That's your giveaway. Oh. Okay. There goes the hidden puzzle, I guess. Please, Story is my father's name. Call me Teller. Silly. Let me try to drink some water before we continue. For the constant temperature changes in the area that I live in, have been doing a number on my throat, unfortunately. What's this? What is it, Professor? Have a look at this, look. There's a puzzle concealed here. In a situation like this, perhaps solving a puzzle might help to relieve stress. Name is Teller. Storyteller. I think you're right, Professor. So what's this gonna be? Oh, it's the sequel to, yeah, it's rotating rooms too. Okay, for those who don't know, certain puzzles in the Professor Layton series will have sequels, harder versions of puzzles that you already solved. In this case, we need to turn on all the candles to scare all the scary ghosts in this house. And to do that, we need to rotate the room. So we already know the rules for this one. So, okay. So as you can see, we have some candles, we have ghosts, and we have some arrows here. So, rotating the room will light up the candles, as you can see. Very much getting a Luigi's Mansion vibe with this puzzle. A little bit, yes. I feel like this could even be like a WarioWare Luigi's Mansion type thing. Remember the spike ball puzzle in the Dragon Tower? I do. Oh, I do. I'll say, as much as I love Pandora's Box and the fact that that one might be up there as one of my favorite Professor Layton games, I will admit that the amount of like repeated themes for puzzles, it's a little bit jarring, especially with the sliding puzzles. Those take forever, but it's not as bad as on One Future, for even despite the fact that it doesn't have as many sliding puzzles, the fact that they have limited moves makes them even more annoying. You have to solve them in a specific amount of moves, so you can take your time with them. Okay. Let's see. I wanna turn that one candle over there. Okay. No. Okay. Those three in the side, but there's that one in the corner that makes me a little bit uneasy. Okay. Okay. If I move now, that's gonna get... Yeah, if I do this... Wait a second. Maybe... I see. There, there, and there.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Marvelous.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Perfect. There we go. And so now I say, let there be light. This door has a puzzle. Huh, Professor, the door won't open. Hello, is anyone there? No reply. It appears there's no keyhole. This is no ordinary lock mechanism. Inviting someone to visit you only to lock them out? That's a bit rude. Just a moment, look. If you look closely, you'll see there's a puzzle built in there. You know what would be incredibly time consuming, but at the same time it would be kind of interesting? Going through all 6 stream series, with this one 7 I guess, and do a supercut of every single time the characters say the word puzzle. I would feel that that would hit easily the 20-minute mark. It would take a while to do. Definitely. And it would be a little bit unbearable to watch. But it would be interesting. And I say interesting with my biggest question mark possible. Hello, I can stay long, but I just wanted to say hi. Hey Jasmine, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. And don't you worry about that. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you spending time with me, whether it be for an hour or a minute. The fact that you stopped by just to hang out with me and take time out of your busy day to just join me in this little adventure means the world to me. So thank you, and don't worry if you can't stay for long. Seriously. Professor Layton, the body is too mangled to determine cause of death. Just a moment, look. If you look closely, there's a puzzle here. This corpse reminds me of a puzzle. That's just the house dormitory room in Draver's Claw House in Hogwarts. Still very stupid. Jeez. What's a Hogwarts? Is that like from some like American anime or something? I don't think I've ever heard that kind of name before. Professor Layton, you're not supposed to stitch it back together. Oh god, Professor Layton, solve this updated Tutsifer report. Miles Edgeworth, probably. Honestly, if Layton was in the Infinite Wright universe, I feel like he would solve absolutely everything, because no matter what game he's in, Layton is always a million steps ahead of absolutely everyone. It's kind of insane. The reason why they make you play as Phoenix Wright in the trial cases is not only because that's Phoenix's part, obviously, but also because like Layton would solve them just like that. He's just too overpowered when it comes to mind games. Hit the button to update the autopsy report. I believe this might be a test, Luke. A test to determine whether we qualify for an audience with a storyteller or not. Professor Layton and Miles Edgeworth will get into the most hilarious slap fights. I guess mind slap fights, because Professor Layton usually does not require to use the use of violence, except when it's like a sword fight, or that one time where he built a machine gun using a slot machine. I like to think that Layton hallucinates puzzles and looks too innocent to figure it out. That's a bit of off, isn't it? But when it comes to puzzles, we'll be glad to oblige, won't we, Professor? Indeed, my boy. Let's show our medal. So what's gonna be this puzzle now? Oh, okay. Puzzle 36. Decipher the door. What is this? Okay. Here's a panel of numbers. The numbers range from 1 to 6. Touching the buttons on the touchscreen will increase and decrease the numbers. Arrange the numbers so to read 3333. Do you think you can only do it in only 4 turns? Okay. Touch the panels. 30 and 30 and 30. Now, Layton versus Edge will be a straight up mind chess from Ace Attorney Investigations 2. A little bit. But it would be his hardest case, because Layton is hard to top. As for this, okay, let's do a little bit of a test run just to see how much. Okay, so this, okay, so those symbols mean increasing the one in the middle by 1. This one means increasing and decreasing certain numbers like this. I'm interested in the one at the very bottom, because those are a lot of triangles. Would Professor Layton solve the Kira case though? 100%. And he would even figure out the mechanics of the Death Note. Absolutely. 100%. I think Layton 100% can solve the Kira case. Luke could solve the Kira case, honestly. So let's start with. Does it go backwards? Okay, it does. I love that the measurement of a detective is dependent on whether or not they can solve the Kira case. That is true. I want a Columbo Layton crossover. That would be interesting. Okay. And for a final one, I need to do this in one move here. Yes! Marvelous.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Good.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Marvelous. Columbo and Hurry the Boy crossover, to be honest.
We did it, Professor!
Oh,
That should open the door.
voice acting. It means we're about to hit a very important moment. And it saves my throat from doing any extra voice acting, so... let's enjoy it while it lasts.
It would seem that we have proven ourselves worthy.
Labyrinthia's creator is waiting for us inside.
The creator of this town.
Surprised you didn't have a drink wine animation for drinking water. I will say, my friend, animation takes time. And time is of the essence in the situation that I find myself in, unfortunately. But hey, this is a prop, though. I will not drink this. This is just a prop. I'll say that. Think bigger, y'all. Chicken Police X Professor Layton X that would be crazy. It's not real blood, okay? Chicken Police was the first stream series that I did in season 4, and it became one of my favorites. Chicken Police it's now one of my favorite puzzle games, honestly. You should check it out. We have the bots in this channel. Chicken Police was definitely a really interesting game. Yeah. I recommend watching the bots for Chicken Police. It's really good.
I wonder what he intends to say. Are you all right, Luke? I imagine you must be a little nervous.
Who, me?
Fuck, I was there for some of those streams. You were. That is true, CJ. I would surprise you if you didn't. You join quite often on the streams. Alright, I should get going. I got a restaurant, but thank you for having me briefly. Of course, Jasmine. Best of luck with the errands, okay?
Well, to be honest, I suppose I am. Just a little. But don't worry, Professor. I can do this. Let's go. Let's meet the storyteller.
Very well. Muster your courage. We're going in.
I wish I could do a British accent so I could truly portray Layton and Luke here, but sadly that is not between my realm of skill. What's with detectives with underage sidekicks? Well, to find out how this happened, you may want to play Professor Layton and the Last Spectre. Or Spectre's Call, depending. It's the same game with a different title. So one is the UK name and the other one is the name for the rest of the world.
Right you are, Professor.
Here we go. Oh, cutscene.
And thus the guests finally made their appearance.
Oh?
I bid you welcome to Labyrinthia, the town governed by stories.
Clearly evil indeed.
I've been waiting for you, Herschel Layton.
It seems we have found the storyteller. Oh man, that design screams in Inquisition. It does. Watson, a doctor in a sentence of 30-40 years, is, by comparison to Holmes, a child in regards to intellect and wits. That is true, but depending on what version of Holmes you're talking about, Holmes might be a little bit more childish outside of the realm of puzzle solving, obviously. Check his chest to see if there are any bullet holes. Oh, I do enjoy his design, honestly. He does look pretty interesting. Okay. Competent Watson is always a welcome inclusion to me. That is true. I like it when they're both solving the cases together.
I believe I should say, it is an honor. Mr. Storyteller.
You're the creator of Labyrinthia.
Agreed. Early Watson in the books was hella competent, especially in social rooms. That is true. They both have their own set of skills, you know. That's why they complement each other as a duo.
But why did you call the professor here?
I have summoned you so that I may ask you why you are here.
I see you ship it, Bevy. Also, welcome to the stream, Bevy. Glad to see you.
I beg your pardon?
What are you talking about?
What is he
In
searching
writing
for?
the story, I provide everything, and in turn, take everything away. I give each person a story, and weave their intertwining webs of fate. However, it would appear that interlopers have found their way into the story. The two of you.
Layton and Luke? Two bachelors living together in the same house for 20 years means legally they're married? Okay. They might be up to something. That just means they were roommates. Okay, Layton and Solitaire of the Fish are the same. Yeah, I don't know. The more I listen to it, I'm pinpointing certain differences between them. I could like recognize Christopher Robin Miller anywhere. And I don't know, but maybe. I'd be curious if someone can Google that.
You mean to say that my presence here was not written in your story?
Precisely. And so I must ask you, exactly how did you find your way into this world?
In truth, we found ourselves here somewhat inadvertently. We were brought here by a book called the Historia Labyrinthia.
It says the storyteller's base, Rover Ashby. I knew it. Yeah, no, that's not Christopher Robin Miller.
I am led to believe it was you who wrote that book. Surely you cannot deny it.
It would appear I have found it. The source of the corruption within my story.
Corruption?
In other words, you consider our presence to be a hindrance to your story. Is that correct?
Not only you. There was another man who tried to change the course of my story.
I will say they do sound close, so you're not wrong in that.
Ah,
You mean Carmina Accidenti?
Carmine.
Oh, it was
There is a
Carmine this whole
connection
time?
between him and the two of you, after all.
Oops.
Your presence here is, shall I say, a slight inconvenience. The story of Labyrinthia is about to take a turn towards its grand finale.
Okay.
grand finale?
Indeed, a conclusion that requires a climax of epic proportions. The identity of the great witch Bazella is made public. She is tried in the court and finally destroyed. At last, peace will be restored to the town. The final scenario is close at hand.
The identity of the Great Witch? Do you mean?
Which hopefully it's not a spell, as we're trying so hard to prove, obviously. Which hopefully is not the case, obviously. Oh, speaking of which, it is true that the townsfolk look at me in a different way. And the reason for that is because I am the storyteller's daughter. That explains it. Okay. Okay, that actually does make sense. You're what? Espella? You're the storyteller's daughter? I didn't see that coming. When I first came down to the town, everyone was friendly. Perhaps they thought that if they got to me, things would go well for them. That was the impression I had. Sounds like the kind of thing people would probably do. But obviously not me. I wouldn't do anything like that. No one's accusing you of anything, Maya. But unfortunately, things didn't work out the way people hoped they would. Well, people should realize that good things don't come easy. Then one day, someone just happened to bump into me in the town and I was knocked over. Later that night, that same person was attacked by a witch and killed by her magic. I don't know whether it was just a coincidence or not, but after that, everyone's attitude towards me changed. They started saying things like, it's best to keep away from her, or you'll have a bad story written about you. All because I'm the storyteller's daughter. What's the storyteller thinking? What do you mean? Well, he has his daughter stuck in a place like this, and if he didn't write such a bad story, she wouldn't have to suffer like this. You have a point there, good point there, Maya. Anyway, the investigation has only just begun. Espella, if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask you a few more questions. Of course, I like to help in any way I can. I got to gather as much information as I can. I should ask Espella about... Start with the storyteller. This might be difficult for you to answer, but why are you not living with the storyteller? I mean, with your father. I did live with him once. We lived together on the edge of the town in the storyteller's tower. The storyteller's tower. When I was little, he was very kind and always listened to what I had to say, but then at some point or other, he started to become distant. If you think about it, I guess it's only natural. Because he had to write the story for every single person in the town. Espella. As he became busier and busier, I was left alone in the tower, and that's the reason I decided to leave home with Eve and live in the town. I stayed with Aunt Patty and helped out at the bakery. Now you two are at the shop too, but my dad... What's the deal with the storyteller? I can't believe he wrote a story where his own daughter is the Great Witch Bezella. Maybe the professor will be able to find out the storyteller's true motives. And the second question is about Patty Eclair, the lady from the bakery, if you remember. And what about Patty? Does she know anything about your past? Have you ever told her that you're the storyteller's daughter? Yes, she knows. When the other people in town started avoiding me, Aunt Patty was the only one who stood by me the whole time. Yeah, Patty's always looking out for you. There's so much I have to thank her for. It's been 5 years since I left my dad and started living with Aunt Patty. She's always been so kind. She's been like a mother to me. Now that you mentioned it, what about your real mother, Espella? She... Actually, I can't remember anything about her. According to my dad, she died in an accident when I was still young. I get the feeling this is gonna come back later. And that's really all I know. He didn't tell me any more than that. I see. Spilla, we believe in you. There's no way you can be the Great Witch Bezella. That's right. That's why we'll find the real Great Witch. The real Great Witch? But the Great Witch is only a character in a legend. How could you possibly find her? Well, admittedly, at the moment we have no real leads. Actually, to be honest, we know next to nothing about Labyrinthia. We were supposed to be living here with you for 5 years now, but that memory turned out to be completely phony. Do you have any ideas at all, Spella? Anything that could give us a clue? I guess it's a lot to ask. All magic-related incidents are thoroughly investigated by the Knights of the Inquisition, and if there were any other clues as to the whereabouts of the Great Witch, then I believe they would have found them. I guess you're right. As far as I know, there's not a single incident that has remained unsolved by the Inquisitors. Wait a minute, that's not right. What is it, Maya? The part about being no unsolved incidents left. What? Last night, me and Luke ran into a High Inquisitor Darklaw. Wait, what? You saw Inquisitor Darklaw? Yup. She said she was investigating some kind of incident with magic. She said that it took place 3 months ago, I think. Apparently, it's the only evidence that was an incident that has remained unsolved. An unsolved incident. Oh, now that you mentioned it, I remember hearing rumors about such a case. The only magic incident in Labyrinthia to remain unsolved, huh? Spella, about that incident, could you tell us about it in more detail? I'll have to ask you to stop right there, Defender. Oh my god, don't tell me this is gonna be... Barnham. Visiting times are up. You're to leave immediately. No way! We just got to the good part! Mr. Wright, Maya, I really don't know much about that incident, but perhaps you could try asking an Inquisitor about it. Okay, Spella, thanks for the help. Alright, we'll see you up again real soon. Keep your spirits up, Spella. Thank you. Take care, both of you. I really hope we do not have to see Spella be burned alive. That would be most unpleasant. Much better. They're both doing so much for me. I wonder if there's anything I could do for both of them in return. The Great Witch Basila. Until now, I hadn't given it much thought. The Great Witch, the legendary fire, flames, inferno. Oh my, what's this? My head hurts. Oh.
No!
Oh, that does not look good. She might either be related to the witch, she might be possessed by her, Espella could be a vessel for her, as anything goes, honestly, at this point. Could be visions of a previous life, who knows? It could be a disguise and she lost her memories, for all we know.
What was that? That inferno. Were these things my memories?
You know, Sho, Sung's curve is quite the reaction to a town being burned into flames. This town's one and only unsolved incident of magic. I'm sure she had something about an alchemist who lost their life to a witch. An alchemist was attacked? That sounds like a serious case. You got that from High Inquisitor Darklaw, right? That's right. When I was searching for Eve last night, I meant to tell you about it, but it totally slipped my mind. The only unsolved incident, huh? That's suspicious, alright? This might just be the lead that will take us to the Great Witch. Okay, let's get to investigating. We can do this. Yeah, so... I guess first we should check out the Inquisitor's Hall, right? We might just learn something there. Sure, let's get going. On the other hand, we might just learn how unwelcome we are there. Hey, come on, Nick, enough with the wishy-washy attitude. I didn't even say anything. Okay, now we're playing as Maya and Phoenix. Which means I don't know if we're gonna get any puzzles for now. Oh? Is that a dog? Wait a minute, that aggressive bark. Please tell me that isn't... Oh, it's Constantine, the guard dog. Aha, it's Constantine. He looks so happy to see us. Wish I could say the feeling was mutual. Once bitten, twice shy. That's pretty much sums me up right now. Really? I don't know. I think he's looking much friendlier today, if you ask me. This is quite the music to meet such a puppy. Unfitting would be the word that I would use. See? Come on, Nick. Pet him just once. Alright. This one really hates me. Well, if it isn't Sir Blue Knight. Exactly what are you doing over there on all fours? Oh, Inquisitor Barham, I am glad to see you again. Actually, there's something we'd like to ask you about. Come on, Nick, stand up already. Oh, I'd like to meet that mutt's owner face to face. How foolish. Oh! Constantine happens to be mine, and a true knight's companion he is. He needn't waste time sinking his teeth into the likes of you. I had a hunch. So Constantine really is your dog, huh? Gotta admire the nerve of this guy. He just sits back and lets his dog bite people, I mean, me. Never mind that. What is it that you want to talk about? Just make it quick, Sir Blue Knight. So the Inquisitors are the ones who investigate incidents of magic in this town, aren't you? Yes, of course. If you don't mind, we'd like to ask you about an unsolved incident with magic. Sir, suck on these. Clever. There's one thing you must never forget. The Knights of the Inquisition excel at their work. Right. All incidents of magic perpetrated by the witches are dealt with the Inquisitors without exception. Spoken with that usually calm and collected air of confidence. That's interesting. You see, we heard different. Apparently, there's one particular incident that still remains unsolved. Something about an alchemist being murdered. Ring any bells? What? Who did you get that information from? Or, well, High Inquisitor Darkla? And the music stops. Well, why the blazes didn't you say so? You could have saved us some time. Huh? How is this my fault? The High Inquisitor has put me on the spot by leaking such information to the likes of you. Well, I suppose that leaves nothing for it. I shall tell you the whole story since I do not believe in doing things by halves. Please go ahead. We're all ears. It was 3 months ago that the alchemist living near the town square was murdered. Sorry, Inquisitor Barham, but I'm kinda lost already. Is there a difference between alchemy and magic? When it comes to something that difficult, I will do no good in asking me. Huh? It seems that while the townspeople respect him, they also treated him with caution. They respected him. He used his skills to make medical conclusions and acted much like a physician. The efficiency of his cures was almost like magic. He was famous within his neighborhood. In fact, he was sometimes referred to as Dr. Balduc by the townspeople. At any rate, it's safe to say that Sir Balduc was no witch. How can you say that for sure? That's simple. Sir Balduc was a man. Well, I can't really argue with that. Sir Balduc came to a mysterious end 3 months ago. A mysterious end? There were 2 things about his death that cannot be explained rationally. Firstly, the murder scene. His body was discovered in his residence in the study. His room was locked, There was no conceivable way what the crime would have been committed except with witchcraft. Isn't that what people call a locked room mystery? A what? It's nothing really. So what was the other mysterious thing? Sexism? Well, in this medieval world, apparently only women can be witches. And I guess men can only be mages. I don't know. I think everyone can excel at magic if you ask me, regardless of their title of gender. But that's just me. Secondly, until then, all incidents involving witches had been foretold in the story. I'm still keeping my guard up. Foretold in the story? In other words, predicted by the storyteller. However, the murder of Sir Bulldog did not appear in the story. Such a thing had never occurred before. So not only was this story unsolved, not only was this the only unsolved incident in Labyrinth's history, but it was also the only incident to not be predicted by the storyteller. This definitely sounds worth investigating. You certainly are an interesting one, Sir Blue Knight. You really think you can solve this incident alone when the Knights of the Inquisition have been working on it for 3 months? I must say, that is some confidence. We won't know unless we try. You may risk becoming a target of some terrifying witch's vengeance. I'm hoping that's a joke. Well, I suppose you might as well take a look. Who knows, you might even find something. Sir Bulldog's residence is just beyond the town square. Ask anyone around here, they'll soon point you in the right direction. Thank you, Inquisitor Barham. Sir Blue Knight, I believe our courtroom battles are far from over. Until we meet again in court. I'll see you then, Inquisitor. So that's it then. I believe we should leave this place. Okay. Hold on, before we go any further, allow me to check for hidden puzzles. 0, 0, because in case you don't know, in Professor Layton games, sometimes you would hit a wall where you require a specific number of puzzles to continue advancing, so... But it seems we haven't missed anything just yet. Unless... Well, we reached the square, but I wonder where the alchemist's residence is. Hey Nick, look over there! There's a street leading away from the square. Hey, you're right. Let's go take a look. Okay. What about... Wait, what? If I remember correctly, this time around you need to complete specific puzzles instead of an arbitrary number. Okay. Are Maya and Phoenix gonna solve a puzzle? I know that exclamation point and sound effect. This is gonna be interesting. We're about to see Phoenix and Maya solve a Professor Layton puzzle. Hey, I thought you were working at the bakery. Are you goofing off? Well, not exactly. Actually, we thought we've given up baking and try our hands on something else. Is that so? Sounds like a good idea. Your bread tastes a little unusual anyway. What? You mean our bread wasn't delicious? That's strange. I mean, we use so much butter and knead that dough so hard. Just my opinion, mind. I prefer my bread a little more fluffy and light. Oh really? Just how fluffy and light are we talking here? Well, maybe about as fluffy and light as this puzzle. I so want to see... Oh wait. Puzzle 20. Okay, Cloud Maze. Okay. Navigate Maya through the clouds and help her find Phoenix. Okay, we've done a puzzle like this before, which is interesting. That now we're getting a Phoenix and Maya version of it. So basically, you need to play as Maya here and reach Phoenix. But I'm very curious to see their puzzle-solving animations. I should have my own puzzle-solving animations now that I think about it. That shall go into the back burner of animations to get done. To the endless pile of would make for a good redeem. I guess so, yeah. I agree. Guess we continue from here. Not too many options here for it to go. Okay. Let's jump on this one since it's there already. Yeesh, 4 directions. Well, not too many options here, opposite to the previous interception. Oh, wait. Oh, we can just go right there. Okay. Oh, there's Phoenix right there. And judging from the colors in the nights, I'm gonna go for this one since it's the only one that's smiling. Hopefully it's an honest smile. It was the only different one after all, so... Well, not too many options here either. It is. With verticality, it's not just, you know, just a plane where you move around. It has a lot more to it. Okay, not too many options here. Not too many options here either. Okay. Oh wait, this is... I think we did it. Yep, there he is. Look at them.
Maya the Magnificent strikes again. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
I don't know how to feel about the fact that she doesn't point when she solves the puzzle, but that's okay. Look at those two jumping in happiness. That is adorable. I honestly, I wish that someone would make a GIF out of that. That is so cute. There's actually... Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Because there's actually a Layton and Luke version of it. Excuse me for the more sped up gif that honestly contributes to it being more hilarious, but yeah, there are chibi versions jumping of all the characters, which is very cute. Wow, impressive work. I really didn't expect you to solve that. Actually, I thought the same thing too. Well, I knew I could do it. So what were you out of work bakers doing hanging around here anyway? We're investigating an incident involving an alchemist. Do you know anything about it? Surely the Knights of the Inquisition are the ones you should ask. They could tell you a lot more than I can. You might be right about that. Even so, it's a right shame someone like him could get murdered. I often went to him myself to get medicine. He was always friendly and understanding. Sounds like Cerebral Duke was a really good man. At least that's what we heard so far. I just hope they manage to solve the case soon. Okay. Oh? Okay. So this is Cerebral Duke's residence. It definitely looks like an alchemist's house. I never seen plants like this before. So what do we do now? Just because the owner's deceased, we can't exactly go barging in. But have you noticed just how well kept this yard is? It looks like someone is still living there. Someone has definitely been doing the upkeep around here, that's for sure. Hey, who's that over there? My sincerest apologies. I'm afraid the medicaments are no longer being provided here. Huh? Did you not come here for medicaments of some kind? No, we didn't come here for that. We're investigating the incident, the one involving Cerebral Duke. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but you do not look like members of the Knights of the Inquisition. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. And you? I'm guessing you live here? Indeed, my name is Jean Greyerl. I was butler to the late Master Bolduc. Wow, a butler! This must be my first time meeting a real one. Well, Mr. Greyerl, if you don't mind, I've been told that the incident involving your master was shrouded in mystery. Has it got something to do with the Great Witch Bezala? We're trying to investigate that at the moment. The Great Witch Bezala? Am I right in supposing that you are defending Espela Cantavella? Well, actually, yes we are. So, you know Espela, do you? That goes without saying. Everyone around here knows her. Do you think you can help us? We're here looking for leads. While he was alive, the Master taught me the value of investigating the truth that governs the natural world. If you too are investigating the truth, then it would be against his teachings for me not to cooperate with you. Would you both like to come in? We can discuss this matter further inside. That would be great, thank you, Mr. Greyerl. Wow, spoken like a true butler. He's a pretty cool guy, isn't he, Nick? That's actually pretty useful and nice of him. What is this room? This is the room that Master Bolduc kindly provided as my accommodation. So, is this the room where the incident took place? That would be the Master's study. It is the room right next door. However, the state of the room has been carefully preserved since the incident 3 months ago. As such, entry into this room is not currently permitted. Really? Bummer. Is that by order of the Knights of the Inquisition by any chance? Yes, and as I have lived with Master since an early age, they also decided it would be only fitting for me to stay on and keep the place in order. So you've been looking after the place ever since Cerebral Duke passed away? Yes, that's correct. Now then, is there anything further you wish to discuss? Hint coin right off the bat. Hint coin. Maybe the box, the floor. The floor's been singed. The legendary fire didn't spare even the alchemist's house. Is that a minivar? What's inside all those bottles? Thank you very much for the stretch reading, my friend. It's much appreciated. For taking care of your body, it's most important, obviously. And water too. Why the smash redeem? Sent you the gift. Thank you very much. Excuse me for 1 second. Thank you very much. Now I can put it side by side with the LAYTON one. Anything else around here? Books and documents are neatly placed on the shelves. Grey Earl is a very tidy person. And a hint coin. We have reached 91. As I mentioned a moment ago, I know very little about this matter. As a matter of fact, it might be better to ask the Inquisitors. I can tell you about one thing though, namely what occurred before the accident. Before the incident? Yes, it was 3 months ago, around the time that Master Belduc was murdered.
We were on our way back from collecting specimens for research, and it was already into the small hours of the morning. There was a thunderstorm on the way, and as the storm drew nearer, we quickly made our way home.
Oh.
Anyone would have been surprised at what we saw. But Master Belduc, well, how can I put this? He reacted in a most peculiar way. Unlike others who saw it, he seemed unsettled, as if he was truly afraid of something. After that bell tower appeared, he changed completely. Master Belduc became a different man.
Wait a second. Did you just say a bell tower that appeared? Hey, that explains it. That must be what High Inquisitor Darklaw meant when she mentioned an incident involving the bell tower. To this day, I do not know what the Master was so afraid of. Do you think it was connected in some way to his death? I think it must have been magic. I mean, for the bell tower to just appear like that. Mr. Grey Earl, do you mind if we have a look around? I know that the Inquisitors have already carried out a full investigation, but there might just be a clue or two with some kind of connection to the Great Witch. Well, I suppose. Providing I am allowed to accompany you, of course. There is sensitive equipment everywhere, and it is my responsibility to take care of it. I understand. We'll be careful. I wonder how the professor and Luke are doing with their visit to the storyteller. Yeah, I've been wondering about that too. A chance to meet Labyrinthia's creator. Let's just hope they don't upset the guy and have some terrible plot twist written about them. That'll only happen if it was you that visited the storyteller, Nick. The professor would never let anything like that happen. I got a feeling they'll come back with some pretty useful leads. We had to do our best too, Nick. Let's keep up our side of the investigation. You got it, Maya. We're all in this together. Come on, let's see what we can find. That's the spirit. Okay. And that is another mystery for us to solve. The bell tower in the town square is under continuous guard. Could this be related in some way to the death of the alchemist? The Great Witch Basella will be tried in court? That will be Labyrinthia's final chapter, a fitting end for a town ruled by witches under magic. Am I to believe that this final chapter has already begun? That is correct, and there is no way you can possibly change its final outcome. I wonder about that. You see, I gave my word to a young lady. I promised that without fail, I will be able to rescue her. If I'm not mistaken, the witch trial will begin in 2 weeks' time, the same day on which you would hold your next parade. I believe that should give us sufficient time to show you what we can do. Such a smug countenance. I find it intolerable. I beg your pardon? 2 weeks from now, you say? I'm afraid that information is out of date, Herschel Layton. Out of date? What do you mean? My parade will be held the day after tomorrow, according to Amendment Story. What? The day after tomorrow? That's not fair. No, that's the kind of countenance I want from the characters in my story. What? That's what I do, didn't you know? I decide the fate of the characters who have no knowledge of their future. It would appear that you are not yet fully aware of the gravity of the situation. Let me see now. Just for fun, I read you a little story. A story full of surprises and a few tears. I shall enjoy seeing the emotions of the characters as they play their parts. A story for us? Stories are a fixture of this town. You would be wise to embrace them. Let's see. I think we need a stimulating incident. We shall have a witch, some witchcraft, and perhaps a little death. Death? You can't! Oh, but I can. Let me see. This is a golden opportunity to use the alchemist's residence. How about this? Your comrade meets with death by golden curse in the alchemist's residence. This could be a truly interesting story. No way! Feel free to act as you wish when playing your role in this story. How can you? Panda indeed, that is me. Welcome to the stream, friend. The beginning of a new tragedy, or farce. The victim of a golden curse lies in the dwelling of a user of false alchemy. A man from afar falls to a golden curse, and a woman from afar cries out in grief. The woman is captured. Her dark trial begins. The fiery pit will cleanse all her sins. A man from afar falls to a golden curse. A woman from afar cries out in grief. This must be referring to Maya and Mr. Wright. If we don't do something, Mr. Wright and Miss Faye will be in danger. There's no time to lose, look. Let's go and find them. Right you are, Professor. The story has already been written. And no matter what you do, you will not change the result. I do not agree. What we do next can change the future in a number of ways. I'm sure that's what you want to believe. In fact, a naive outburst like that could be a poignant plot point. Please, be my guest. Your words might help to raise the tension and bring a little excitement to my story. You monster! Look, now it's not the time. We need to help Mr. Wright and Maya. Okay, let's go, Professor. We better hurry. Professor, do you hear a flapping sound coming this way? The sound of a large bird, perhaps. A letter? Ah, that's the owl that we saw in the audience room. It's holding a letter in its mouth. not to mention watching us intensely. Perhaps he wants to tell us something. I'll try to talk to him to see what he wants. What can we do for you? Yes, in case for those who don't know the LAYTON series, Luke is famous for being able to talk to animals. That is no joke. I got it, Professor. Hood, that's the owl, says the letter was delivered to the storyteller 3 months ago. To the storyteller? If that's so, then we can't very well keep it. After all, it's wrong to read letters addressed to someone else. That's what the owl said, but he also said there's absolutely nothing written on the sheets of parchment inside the envelope. Look, Professor, see, they're totally blank. A letter with nothing written on it. That is indeed most curious. And another thing, Professor. The owl says this letter was sent by the alchemist. What's that, my boy? Written by the alchemist? Do you remember what the storyteller wrote in that story he penned a moment ago? A victim of a golden curse lies in the dwelling of a user of false alchemy, which probably means the place at which this incident will occur is the home of the one who sent this letter. In other words, the alchemist's house, right, Professor? It appears that the address of the sender, Sir Belduc, is written on the envelope, which means we had better make our way there immediately. Thanks, Mr. Hood. So I guess the teams are gonna meet up once more. That's a little far from here, Professor. We are not making it in time. I think we need a better run. Look, my boy, we have the need to rent a steed. I think you're right, Professor. That will be far quicker than running. And we get an illustration and Luke and Layton in horses, I see. Which reminds me how in Miracle Mask we actually get a horse riding minigame. Just once though, but it's there. Hey, easy boy! This horse is certainly spirited. Say, Nick, have you noticed how the color of that wall is different from all the other walls in the room? I think I investigated enough crime scenes by now to notice something as obvious as that, Maya. I'm embarrassed to admit it, but actually there was a small fire here a while ago. It was my fault. The wall ended up a little bit singed in the process. Now that you mentioned it, there are some signs of a fire on the floor there too. Yes, that is correct. Anyway, I decided to paint the wall myself. Looks like Mr. Girl is way handier with his herbs than with his paintbrush. I lit a candle set fire to some dry straw. In all my time as a butler, I've never made such a major blunder. Nah, it's not that bad. You're being a little hard on yourself. That's right, it's not so bad. You think that's bad? You should see Nick and trying to do the laundry. Now that's a major blunder. If you know, you know. I know. Okay, that was one time. Anyways. Let's go and check on Mr. Belduc's study. While we're here, could you show us around your room a little, Mr. Greyold? Of course. If it will bring you any closer to finding the truth, be my guest. However, as the Knights of the Inquisition have ordered that the crime scene be left undisturbed, I must ask that you refrain from touching anything while we're in the study. Sure, we'll be careful. I guess we'll have to move around now. No hidden puzzles in this area, that's for sure. Hey, look, Nick. There's there on the floor, and it's one of those whatchamacallits, crop circle, right? That's an alchemist circle, Maya. We're not in a wet field. I'm sorry to repeat myself, but please be sure to not touch anything. You heard him, Maya. That means keep your hands to yourself. No problem. I'll just do the touching with my eyes. With your eyes? I mean, there is a hint coin right there, but no touching, I guess. So we're gonna collect that hint coin with our minds. A curious shaped implement. No idea what it's used for. Hey, that's a pretty little picture over there. We could use a picture like this back at the office, don't you think? We could hand it right next to right next to Charlie. What is it, Nick? The wall behind this picture frame. The wall? Oh, that. It seems like there's some kind of green mark on the wall just by the painting. I wonder if there's something hidden behind this painting. Hey Nick, look at this! The wall behind the painting, it's all painted green. Is there a problem? No problem. This could be some kind of clue. Oh, hint coin. What about this? It looks like a load of white powder has been scattered around the desk. About this white powder, has it been here since the incident? That's right, it was just like this when I entered the room in the morning following the incident. I have left it this way ever since. I guess someone must have dropped a container full of some medicine. Please try not to walk in it. You may leave footprints. Now that you said it, all I want to do is leave little footprints all over the place. It felt like a Maya was here. That is an awful idea, Maya. What's the matter, Mr. Greyhold? Oh, it's actually... it's that pendant. I must say, I find it fascinating. Oh, you mean this old thing? It's called a Magatama. Magatama? Yep. You could say it's kind of like... my source of power, I guess. I understand. Stones are often charged with energy, after all. The pendant you're wearing is pretty neat, too. It's such a mysterious color. Oh, this? It's an amethyst. Master Beltuk asked me to wear it. An amethyst? The amethyst brings about good vibrations in an alchemy sense. Mr. Greyhold? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just remembering Mr. Beltuk. He gave me this stone and accepted me as his assistant alchemist, but now Master... such is the order of the natural world. Seems like Mr. Greyhold really misses him. He must have really respected Sir Belduc. Some of the name puns in this game are ridiculously on the nose. That would be the Ace Attorney series, and Professor Layton as well to some extent. But we didn't find any leads on the Great Witch. Oh, Mr. Greyhold? Yes? What is it? Is there anywhere else you can think of where we might find some clues? Let me see. Well, there is a cellar under his study. This is where the master kept his research materials. I hate this dude's horrendous ball cut. It's not the worst ball cut I've ever seen, personally. A cellar under this room? Yes. There's a trap door in the floor leading down to the cellar. A room containing Luke's research materials. If you don't mind, I'd like to have a quick look at that room. I see. Very well. That ladder leads down to the cellar, but be careful, it's rather dark down there. It looks like it might be a little cramped down there too. That's true, perhaps it's a little bit small for the both of you at once. Okay, Nick, this seems to be more like your kind of thing anyway. What do you mean? I don't know, I guess you're just more suited to small, dark, damp places. I'm not a red, you know. Come on, you know what? It's not that what I meant. I'll just stay up here and snoop around for some more clues. It's not snooping, Maya. It's investigating. Anyway, you do that. I'll be right back. Way to go, Nick. Well, I should return to my room. Please give me a call as soon as you have both finished. Okay, got it. It's a little chilly down here. Doesn't look like it's been used much. The air is so musty and stale. Anyway, better hurry up and take a look around. Oh, right at the bat we have a hint coin here. Well. If this isn't a well, it looks like it's still in use too. I'm guessing you need quite a bit of clean water for alchemy. Come to think of it, I haven't noticed any plumbing here in Labyrinthia. Looks like a sculpture of a goat, I think. Something about it gives me the creeps. Wait a second, is this completely made out of gold? Could this be the result of alchemy? I guess in these towns anything's possible. And Manya were here, she'd break her back trying to take that goat away with her. That's strange. Almost everything in this room is covered in a layer of dust. Everything except for the goat, that is, seems to have been kept in pristine condition. What else? Looks like Sir Balduc studied alchemy here too. I don't see anything medicine-like, but there sure is a lot of equipment. This desk is pretty messy. Not a speck of dust though. I guess Creo must be keeping it clean. There's a wooden box by the desk, filled with all kinds of junk. A doll is peeping out of the box. I wonder if it was left by the little girl who was one of the doctor's patients. Well, looks like I've pretty much seen all there is to see down here. The room doesn't seem to have been used much, and there's nothing I can see that might prove valid. If I stay here any longer, I might just end up covered in dust myself. Not to mention, standing here sighing is kind of clogging up my lungs. Maybe it's time to head back upstairs. I should probably see how Maya is doing. Oh? And we have Luke and Layton now here. This is the alchemist's house. We have to hurry. Professor? Wait for me.
Miss Faye.
Hi, Professor. What's up? You look flushed.
Where's Mr. Wright? Have you seen him?
Oh, Nick. He's just down in the basement doing some investigating. He should be back up soon. So how did it go? Did you get to see the storyteller?
Please, get Mr. Wright immediately. It's safer if we're all together in one place. I'll explain later. Just hurry.
Yeah, they were talking about Curse of Gold here, and we found a gold statue down there, so it would make sense to be very cautious of that thing.
Huh?
As things stand, Mr. Wright is in serious danger.
Nick's in danger? What do you mean?
I have reason to believe that a witch will appear here soon.
Cutscene. Oh.
All is as written in the story.
Do you happen to be the Great Witch Bazella?
Concern yourselves not with who I am, but rather with what you will now become.
Oh dear me. Whatever is the matter, child? You look positively flustered. Sir Balduke is no longer resident here. You'll need to go elsewhere for your medicaments. I know that, just let me through. It's a matter of life and death. Life and death, you say? If so, then I may foresee a hate valid. Raise up your hearts and sing with Birdley. My bird is Cracker, first, second, and thirdly. Ah, this must be that rival Mr. Bradley was talking about. Anyway, I'm in a hurry. Oh dearie me.
Dearie me.
Oh no. Layton!
Professor!
It wasn't me!
Huh? What the?
So Maya is now gonna be accused of being a witch?
The words the storyteller wrote really did come true. And in the worst possible way. A man from afar falls to a golden curse. At first, I thought he was referring to Mr. Wright. But I got it all wrong. It was about the professor.
Huh. Okay, that is interesting. For every single case, Layton has some thoughts and things to say, but for this one, it's just a long ellipsis, which is fitting. Professor Layton was turned into a gold statue through witchcraft in the alchemist's residence. How can this be? I do want to save. Oh, we missed a couple puzzles actually. Chapter 4, The Golden Court. It doesn't make sense. How has it come to this? The darn witch. Why did it have to happen to the professor of all people? You got to believe me, Nick. I might be a spirit medium, but I'm no witch. Don't worry, I know it wasn't you. Say, have you seen Luke today? I haven't seen him since last night. He was crying all night. I didn't know what to say to him. No kidding. He was the one suffering the most from all of this. Poor kid. He probably needs some time alone with his grief. We should leave him be. Yeah. He shouldn't have to see this trial. It would be too hard for him. Oh, it's Espella. What are you doing here, Espella? Have you been cleared of the accusations? No, not yet. If only it was that easy. It's just that I'm not technically under arrest, so I got special permission to come here. I'm free to go wherever I like within this building. Oh, I see. I heard about Mr. Layton. It's awful. He was such a good man. To be honest, I feel like Layton made the last case a little bit too easy for Mr. Wright, so they needed to nerf him a little. That would be my theory, personally. I'm sorry, Espella. What are you apologizing for? We were supposed to find clues connected to Vezella, but we couldn't find anything, and now the professor's been... No, don't say that. It's not your fault. And I don't believe a word of what they say about Maya. She isn't a witch. Thank you, Espella. Mr. Wright, do you mind if I assist you in court today? Huh? I know I may not be of much use, but I do what I can. I want to help you and Maya. Espella? Excuse me? You're... Grail, butler of the late Master Bolduc. I had come to acquire after Miss Maya. It is my most regrettable what happened yesterday. Oh, thank you for coming all the way here. You look really pale, Jean. Are you alright? Oh, please don't worry about me. It's merely that since the incident, sleep has eluded me. Oh, I spent the night searching through the Master's notes on alchemy. I hope there might be some mention of a method by which something turned to gold might be reverted back to its original form. You were looking for a way to rescue the professor? Human fate is often cruel, but that's also why we must never lose hope. Jean. Defender, accused, the trial is about to start. Proceed to the chamber. Yes, we're coming. Nick, cheer up, Maya. I'm not just going to let them sentence you. I just wish all of this would stop already, whether someone's a witch or not. No one deserves to be burned. I know, I can't stand for it either. If you'll kindly excuse me now, I must return to my duties. No problem. Well, we appreciate you coming to see us. Something's bothering me. Jean seems somewhat odd today. Let's go, Mr. Wright. The trial is about to begin. Oh, Maya is now, accused of being a witch. Okay. I do not like seeing her there. At all. In
the trial of Maya Fey shall now begin, as scheduled. Knights of the court, are you ready to cross your swords of justice?
Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum always has his sword ready for the work of justice.
Defense ready, Your Honor. At this stage, I've just got to give it all I've got.
It would appear the defender has thrown down the gauntlet, Sir Barnum. Now, before we begin, may I have a word with you, defender?
Yes, Your Honor.
Last time we met, you stood in this court as an apprentice baker. In all honesty, when I saw you for the first time, I thought to myself, a baker should stick to bread baking.
Is that so? What a fine first impression I made.
However, today you are not merely some befuddled maker of sweet buns. I'm obliged to fully recognize you as a knight of law and justice, on par with Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum. Now may your duel begin. Fight bravely and expose the truth behind this heinous crime.
All right! We're all counting on you, Inquisitor Barnum!
I knew she was a witch as soon as I laid my eyes on her. She's got witch written all over her. Why not put the baker on trial? Bake the baker, I say! Barnum! 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 Barnum!
They treat him like some sort of celebrity.
He may be adored by the crowds, but when he pointed his sword my way, you managed to shield me from his accusations. Maya clearly isn't a witch, so surely your victory is certain.
Thank you for believing in me, Espella.
Espella Cantabella. I have given you leave to come to this trial today. However, that does not mean that the charges against you have been dropped. Rather than worry about others, you should consider your own situation.
Thank you for granting me your permission, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor Barham, you may begin your opening statement. As you wish, my lord. As usual, let us commence this trial by first recurring the events of these events. If it pleases you, Sir Blue Knight. As you wish, Inquisitor. I still get used to this terminology. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. We just reached the trial. I feel like this would be a good place to stop. We just reached the 2-hour mark, obviously, but that means the next episode is gonna be nothing but the trial, I think. Which I feel like it would be a very interesting stream, just a whole trial. So, like we said before, doing a stream is a Professor Layton part, and a stream is like a Phoenix Wright part. So I feel like that will be interesting. So, we're gonna take advantage that the trial just started, and call it a day for now. We just started chapter 4 after all. So, things are getting interesting. Is 2 hours always a streaming limit? Yes, it is. It's always where I leave it off, because I have work to get done. But yeah, this has been fun. Things are definitely picking up now. I was not expecting Professor Layton to just be turned to stone like that. But yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you get enough rest. Thank you very much. My boys would really appreciate that at the moment. So yeah, thanks for the stream, y'all. Thank you for joining. I hope you all enjoyed, and more mysteries to solve will be revealed in the next episode of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Thank you for joining, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you to the patrons for their monthly support, and I'll see you, Space Cowboy. Bang.
I was cooling in the motel for a minute. Loved ones that I won't tell how I'm living. Now I'm in the woods, trailer park, staying hidden. In the rap game, slashing through a million minions. IRL is lame cause I'm broke in Virginia. Surrounded by the slimy cold-blooded, they amphibians. I ain't dark as I was, hit the amphibians. Pulled a beat katana out, then the slaughterhouse. I was hired cause you talking loud, starting drumming out. I got fired cause I understood what they talking about. So I fight them cause I understand all they trauma now. In the woods, smoking on some woods, game me feeling good, but it's great. Can escape my fate, would it if I could? On some LBs, for these LBs I had to hustle. Desperately trying to find paradise through this desperate struggle. Want to kill and be killed, it's the way that I'm living. Throw my life away, but I had to hide my feelings. Trying to stack LB straight to the ceiling.